From the time of her earliest childhood memories, Alice Walton has always had a love for horses.
I think my first horse I can talk about is a little half Shetland, half quarter horse named Bambi. And my granddaddy Walton bought him for me when I was in the 3rd grade.
As she grew up, Alice graduated from her pony cart to working with trainer Kenneth Gallion when she was a young teenager.
My first great horse was a mare named Miss Red Paulo, Oklahoma bred, the old Red Paulo line, which many cutters from yesteryear would remember.
Trained originally for reining, Miss Red Paulo became an AQHA champion as well as a great cutting horse, and marked Alice's foray into breeding cutting horses. As her interest in cutting grew, Alice met other valued mentors as well as the great broodmares that would become stalwarts of her program.
When I bought Boone Sand Sally and her mother Hula Stoppa, I sent Sally to Mr. Pat Patterson. And I loved Mr. Pat, and he would be one of my great mentors and idols in the cutting horse world. And he loved Boone Sand Sally. But that was one of the great relationships in my life. He and Kenneth both were kind of like second daddies to me.
A 1980 daughter of Boone Barr, Boone Sand Sally produced earners of more than $1 million. Alice bred Boone Sand Sally to Highbrow Cat, and the resulting filly was the great Boone Sand Kitty.
Boone Sand Kitty is the highest earning of her offspring, just over $600,000. And Kitty had that same, she inherited Sally's temperament and electricity, I would say, and speed and determination. She was such a fun horse, and Eddie Flynn, our trainer and the trainer of Boone Sand Kitty, I don't know that I've ever seen a pair so well matched in my life as Eddie Flynn and Boone Sand Kitty. When Boone Sand Kitty foaled Rockin' W, I knew immediately that I had a great horse on my hands.
She thought so much of the colt sired by Dual Ray that Alice named her ranch after him. Rocking W capably represented 4 generations of Alice's breeding program when she earned the honor of NCHA Futurity Champion in 2009 with Tony Pickett. Rocking W Ranch bred money earners of more than $5 million, and horses owned by the ranch have garnered more than $3.2 million in earnings. In lockstep with her achievements as an owner and breeder of great cutting horses, Alice has been credited for providing a launch pad to prominent young trainers, among them Eddie Flynn and Jesse Lennox.
One of my greatest joys about my time in the cutting horse business, which has been 50-some years now, is getting to work with these talented young trainers, giving them great horses, and working as a partner with them as they grow and learn and develop. I really love cutting because I think that in order to show, in order to train, in order to compete, you really have to become one with the horse. And I love that, and you really have to learn to listen on a nonverbal basis and communicate on a nonverbal basis. And actually, I think that learning that nonverbal communication has probably been one of the best skills I've ever learned in my life, and I've learned it through cutting horses.
In line with her unwavering commitment to philanthropy, education, and art, Alice opened Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas in 2011.
Much like the relationship between a rider and a cutting horse, I think that relationships with art can really increase empathy and connectedness.
During her time on the NCHA Foundation Board of Directors, Alice helped award numerous scholarships that have given many young people educational and career opportunities that they may not have otherwise had.
For me to have the opportunity to help them get that education and have that grounding and basis in life has meant more to me, I think, than it did even to them. You know, one of the things that has been most important to me in my years in the cutting horse business has been the family that we are as a cutting horse industry.
Outside of the arena, she put her professional background to work in her role on the NCHA Finance Committee.
I think we did a lot of things on the Finance Committee that kind of helped get some of the accounting issues that were in front of us at the time resolved and cleaned up, and put us in a much healthier situation and on better footing and with better information. And that's so key to any organization, and particularly those that have vulnerabilities to economic cycles.
Alice was also extremely instrumental in securing the major events reimbursement funding so crucial to the lifeblood of NCHA.
I did help a little, along with many other people, in getting the legislation passed that created the allocation from the state based on our status as an industry that brings economic impact to particularly Fort Worth and the region. That was a big deal. I was one of many that helped in that, but proud of my efforts there.
In recent years, Alice has curtailed her involvement in cutting, but the lady who was recognized by Time magazine as one of the world's most influential people in 2012 is incredibly honored by her induction into the National Cutting Horse Association Members Hall of Fame.
You know, I got a call from Lindy Birch maybe 6 months back, and she told me about being elected to the National Cutting Horse Members Hall of Fame, and I started crying. I was so shocked and so humbled by this award. I really didn't expect it at all. But I am incredibly honored, and I hope that the things that I have done to help the association and all the members are worthy of being given this honor. I'm so appreciative, and I'm so indebted to all my friends and my cutting horse family. Thank you so much.